Namaste Rajiv ji, big fan. Now, what I observe is that people like Devdutt Patnaik, they are like sympathizers or knowers of Dharma, pretend to be, and basically they are children, they are students of the likes of Wendy Roniger or Sheldon Pollack.
They are children.
Yeah.
When I wrote this book 10 years ago called Invading the Sacred, Rupa put it out of press. They're no longer published. It's the first book I educated people to critique of Wendy Roniger and all her Sampradaya and Parampara. She was unknown to Indians. Nobody knew. People were asking, like today, Sheldon Pollack is not known, but in 2 years he'll become very well known. I tell you that because of a book I'm reading. So similarly, Wendy Roniger was not known. And there was no disrespect meant for her. I was just critiquing their work. That's all. And I wanted them to kind of discuss it. So that book went out of print. And some publisher in Delhi is coming up with a reprint of my original writings. My original writings on this whole Wendy Roniger thing. And they're going to call it Wendy's Children. So these are Wendy's Children.
Yeah. So, if you look at the mainstream media, they obviously there's scholarly debate going on. That's a separate thing. But the mainstream media and books like Devdutt Patnaik writes 7 Secrets of Vishnu or Shiva and gives his own interpretation. Now, I'm not a scholar on Dharma. I'm just a Hindu. Now, if I look at these books, they seem to be like sugar-coated, but they're absurd. The interpretation is very absurd, and any of the revered Dharma scholars here can make up just from 2 pages of it. Now, how do we counter this?
So, part of the work that my proposed traditional scholars home team should do is to take on people like Devdutt Patnaik, who are flooding all the airport shops with their books. And everybody is inviting them to TV shows and literary festivals, and they are sort of like Mr. Hinduism writer. Okay, so our traditional scholars, with the who have authority, who are standing, ought to take this on and write critiques, and we will popularize those critiques and burst that balloon, because this fraud and fake and infiltrating is more dangerous than somebody who is fighting very openly. This is like infiltrating you, claiming to speak on your behalf, but actually undermining you. Very dangerous. I'm glad you picked it up.
I would also love to support this join the Ahmadabad project.
You should talk to Indus people and join the Ahmadabad project. I think the more people join the Ahmadabad project, the better. We need at least 3 teams. One is scholars who can read a certain material and give you a traditional response to critical analysis. That is one kind of person. Second is somebody who is English speaking, good English, writes, can repackage this and put it out into all kinds of material, right? Make documentaries. They should make documentaries responding to some of these myth wallahs. Documentary all that. Third is social media. There's people who just make a lot of noise, but we need noisemakers also. So we should have these different teams. And people who want to join the Ahmadabad team should contact Indus University, and let's create